All right, down at the bottom of the map, in the yellow, is our Protoss player from the team. I almost said TSL, but no, that was a while ago. He is on StarTale now. He is known as
StarTale TricKsteR.
StarTale TricKsteR, formerly known as SKS, formerly known as TricKsteR. He's had a lot of names.
He has had a lot of names.
He's got a lot of skill, but can he take down this guy? The team MVP, a newcomer, he is.
MVP Dream.
Dream. You ever play that Finding Nemo game on Nintendo way back in the day?
No, actually, Finding Nemo, the game.
No, not Finding Nemo. I mean Little Nemo, not Finding Nemo.
I was like, is that?
What the?
I was like, I don't know. I thought that was a relatively newer film compared to Nintendo.
That's right. They went back and made an NES game for it. No, Little Nemo. It was this like old game about this like kid, Little Nemo in Dreamland or whatever.
Was this on the NES?
Yeah. It's a cartoon too.
I probably played it. I just don't remember the name.
You might have been before your time, Wolf.
I played a lot of old NES games.
That's good.
I really liked.
Everyone should.
Of course, the regular Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Game.
I still whip out the Nintendo every once in a while. Actually, I need to get a new one. I actually sold my other one when I moved to Korea.
I've got one back at home myself. Might bring it next time I visit home.
You should. It'd be fun. You could stream it.
Yeah, it would be pretty fun.
So cross positions on Terminus. And just to kind of quickly go over the changes with the map that have happened recently, they tightened up the choke a little bit. It's a little bit more narrow, and where the third base is, there used to be rocks leading into the third base. Now there's just a cliff, but there's rocks at the third, so you have to take those down before you can put a command center or a nexus or whatever you want there. Yeah,
they're your regular destructible debris. It's three armor, 2,000 hit points. It's not like the special ones that were on. What's that map that we never play anymore? Kavas, where they had less armor in certain places.
Yeah.
Is your regular standard debris?
Regular old debris. They aren't that cheap debris. They just don't make debris like they used to, Wolf.
I know. I really don't, man.
It's all like imported plastic debris.
This probe actually is going to get denied a scout. I like that Dream does it with his Marines. He doesn't keep his Marines on the top of his ramp. He actually moves out with them and takes the towers and pushes probes back.
And that SCV will escape as well. Some nice juking. If he was playing one of those football games, he'd be pressing L and R to juke back and forth.
Ooh, TricKsteR's going to 4-gate.
Wow, this is really uncharacteristic of him, but I like the decision. Very interesting choice to do it on Terminus. It's such a big map, too, that your opponents don't expect it. But you know what? 4-gate knows no boundaries, Wolf.
Knows no boundaries, man. And this is actually a really good map to 4-gate on, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
This is going to be really difficult for Dream to hold these, put his pylon into place. Dream cannot find. He is going to have one bunker, but very few units. And if TricKsteR actually warps in only Stalkers and attacks this bunker, he should have enough DPS to break it before SCVs can repair and react. And this is actually going to be really difficult for Dream to hold. This might just work for TricKsteR.
Yeah, it's like maybe if the bunker was on the high ground, and he could sit back there, that'd be okay. But where it's on the low ground, that's going to be really tough to defend. And it's going to take so long for the SCVs to get there, too, even if he does pull them right away as well. So, yeah, things looking a little bit grim for Dream.
TricKsteR is going to sacrifice his probe here to see if there's a bunker. Does see it. His warp gate research, he didn't chrono boost as much as he should have, in my opinion, for this. This is going to hit around 550. Could have been about 540 if he had optimized the build a little bit better, but here come the Stalkers.
Yeah, more Marines coming down the ramp as well. He might wait for one more warp before going in, or he might just decide to go for it.
He's going to have to wait. If he goes now, it's not going to work.
Oh, he's going now. I don't know, man.
Oh, here he goes. He's going now. The SCVs are already down. He is targeting down some of these SCVs. Nice micro on the Stalkers as well, but he is going to have to be a little bit more careful.
Comes some more Stalkers here. Some of them have taken some pretty serious damage. Oh, TricKsteR not paying attention for a second there. Takes a little bit more damage on that one Stalker.
More units being warped in
there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself. Now he's going to want to target down this SCV, making the second bunker. There are Marauders out now. He's going to have to be really careful.
Yeah. If
another bunker finishes, this attack will end, but as long as he can keep it on just one bunker. Stim hasn't even started for Dream. It looks like he's going to target down this bunker. It could work. He has so many Stalkers. There's one SCV repairing. That's not enough.
He gets it, but no Zealots to kind of buffer for that. The second bunker does finish. you know, this is a very, I haven't really seen 4 gates executed like this very much. Usually you see that, you know, full warp in of Zealots before the push, but TricKsteR just wants blood, man.
Well, he has to know, usually you have to do it like this in this type of position because you have to have the stalkers have the range that can do the damage to those bunkers, and you can kind of out-position your opponent. As you can see, he's picking off reinforcements at the ramp. He's doing this exactly right. This is how you 4-gate. And now TricKsteR, as time goes on, it's going to be harder and harder to pull this off, and this is an all-in. TricKsteR's on the brink of being knocked out of the GSL right now, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really, really close.
Always.
Oh, looks like he's going to make a Nexus back at home.
I guess
as
so.
he continues to pressure. I like that move, but I think it's more of a desperation move than anything at this point because Dream is so far ahead, and trying to go home and make a Nexus is actually just not going to work. I mean, sure, it's going to make this game go longer, but it's not a smart thing to do. TricKsteR's like, he's given up, man.
He's going to have to be really creative.
He is going to have to be creative.
There's the Nexus and a Ghost Academy on the way for Dream. I think that's a great choice rather than go for the medevacs, just because you can move in with that nice 3 barracks timing where you've got the Ghosts, you know, 2 or 3 Ghosts out, EMP the army, and that's it, man.
Yeah, it's a pretty normal Marine King style Ghost timing attack off the 2 bases after doing the 1 Rax expand. That's what we're going to see here. SCV wants to scout what's going on. Now, he is making an engineering bay. I think what Dream actually suspects is some sort of DT follow-up.
Could be.
You know, I can't stress you guys enough that you can 4-gate expand, but if you do it this late at this timing, it's actually just bad. So I think Dream's like, well, I don't know what's going on. He 4-gated me and he committed, but then he stopped committing. Like,
well, he probably has to burn a scan just to double check, trying to send some SCVs in there. That didn't work.
In fact, right now he's saving scan energy.
Yeah.
But it's not what's coming. It's not DTs. He's got Ghosts on the way. He's going to do a nice little timing attack, and TricKsteR is going to struggle to hold it. TricKsteR's actually sent his entire army over to the left side of the map for some reason.
That's an interesting choice. I think he's maybe worried about drops, possibly. He's wondering if Dreamer did go for the medevacs faster, wants to try to intercept that, but of course we know that Dreamer went for Ghosts instead. So yeah, TricKsteR moving back to the middle of the map.
Ooh, and I like this. Dream checks the watchtower before moving out with his whole army. Now he's got the watchtower. He knows that TricKsteR doesn't see us coming. He's going to do the same thing, leapfrogging over to the next watchtower. And now he's going to find the army of TricKsteR out in the middle of the map, and he's going to get really excited.
Yeah.
Because Stim is finishing. Concussive shells are not done yet, though. Guardian Shield goes up. Good force fields from TricKsteR, and the Ghosts actually were not able to EMP in time.
EMP hits some of those sentries there, taking away the energy. EMP on all the Stalkers, but it doesn't really matter.
And Dream engaged with only part of his army, and now TricKsteR has a much larger army, and Dream salvaged his bunkers. He has to remake his bunkers back at home, and TricKsteR is upon him, and his first pylon that he made earlier is still alive as well. TricKsteR actually could do a counterattack that ends the game, but instead is deciding to try to corner a Marine.
Why is he chasing me? I don't know. Well, who only knows. There's the warp in. Yeah, he's going to move in. Dream again is going to have a really hard time holding this.
He does have quite a few force fields stored up as well.
Yep. Shields are back on everything.
Here we go.
And the
bunker's finishing just in time, but will it be enough?
That's a much bigger push than last time. I think Dream is in trouble. He's trying to repair.
He's definitely in trouble. Guardian Shield is up. He can't repair these bunkers. The first bunker falls. The second bunker falls. The Congo line of SCVs is coming down to try to repair the second bunker, but not in time.
They're only coming to die. Well, nice force field on the ramp, traps those, and force field on the other bunker as well. No more repair goes on, and we are going to get to see a game 3, I think.
Yes, we are. Dream's SCV is falling like flies here. The Stalkers is doing so much damage. The command center is lifted, but I don't even think it's going to be able to escape. There's too much DPS hitting it.
Yeah.
The
it's gonna be on fire, at least.
SCV clump is trying to get up the ramp. The force field said no. And it falls. 2 forges going up back at home for TricKsteR.
Yeah, you know, again, it just kind of underlines what we were saying last game, where the engagement makes such a big difference.
Exactly. We saw 2 games where one player was extremely ahead and almost looked like he was in an unlosable situation, and then fallen apart from one bad engagement.
Yeah, he just moved across the map.
Well, his units were in 2 groups.
Yeah,
he was in a line. His units were in 2 groups, and TricKsteR was like, this is actually the perfect situation for me.
Yep. So now TricKsteR actually can just kind of relax and expand and just kind of contain him.
This game's going to go on a little bit longer, but TricKsteR has triple the supply of Dream right now. Destroying the rocks. I don't know if a Trickster making a terrible engagement could actually swing this into Dream's favor. He's just now getting his starport finished up to switch with the factory.
Well, it's so difficult. I mean, you see, even at this level, there's so much going on that it's easier for players to kind of miss crucial things when they're moving out.
He actually just salvaged a bunker, but
Salvaged both.
he's salvaging his bunkers, but
he's gonna try to bust
moving
out.
down this ramp is actually the last thing that will ever happen. Like,
well, he's kind of like, I have to try to make this work. I guess I thought he was maybe gonna try to drop, but looks like he's just gonna
try to go down here, and a likelihood of this working is the same likelihood of pigs flying. Okay, so yeah, he realized that he's gonna do the drop instead.
Okay, yeah, he is gonna do the drop. I was wondering about that. Might want to rebuild those bunkers though.
Well, TricKsteR actually is in the middle of the map, and he's sending a probe over to where the dropship is heading.
Oh wow, he's gonna get there just in time. He's gonna see the drop. And
yeah, he sees it. So he's sending his units home. That's all he has to do. He's actually leaving a sentry behind for force field as well. I like that.
Yeah, it is a pretty big drop. I mean, 2 medevacs units can cause a lot of damage, but I think TricKsteR is going to get there with plenty of units in time.
He's already warped in Zealots at the location the units are going to drop. His whole army is going home, and this is going to be completely thwarted.
Yep.
Look at this. Dropship spotted. Unfortunately, doesn't have a lot of stalkers near them. He's trying to catch them, and
oh, almost gets the medevac. Barely escapes. One shot from a stalker would have taken that thing out.
We saw in that nuclear silo, Ghost Academy, I guess you could say, there's a nuke on the way. But I don't know how effective that's actually going to end up being here.
Well, I don't know. How many observers does TricKsteR have out on the map right now? He has 2. Okay, so...
And he doesn't have cloak anyways.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. All right, well... Dreamer really trying everything he can. He will catch these units out of position a little bit.
Yeah, he will catch those. Cuss himself, trapping the stalkers, and look at this.
Oh,
TricKster's just too ready for drops, and in the middle of the map,
whoa, that medevac.
A lot of the units of Dream.
That medevac almost died. It was like half a hex out of range, I think. TricKster's like, get the factory. And I think Dreamer is just going to go all in at this point. He's pulled the SEVs. He's going for it.
Yep, he's got 2 ghosts. Of course, one of them has the ability to launch a nuke.
Maybe he is not pulling the SEVs. Nope, now he is.
Now, the likelihood of this working is very small.
It's going to be very difficult.
TricKsteR has twice the supply of Dream. It's 162 to 83.
If he gets really lucky with the nuke, maybe. But we will see. Force field trapping a couple of those units there.
Trapping the medevacs that are way ahead of the army.
Oh, a lot of medevacs.
Really sloppy control, but nice little split over here by Dream.
Yeah, medevac's not really engaging with the army, though. TricKsteR being pushed back,
yeah, this looks like TricKsteR is being pushed back, but actually it's because you guys can't see the majority of his army is just sitting at home. Like, that wasn't even a fourth of TricKsteR's army. He's like, oh, I see. Okay, I'll actually have to use my real army.
There's the nuke.
And the nuke gets launched. The Ghost is well protected right now, so you may end up losing a little bit of hit points on these forges.
Oh, the Ghost just has given up on life. EMP on everything, but... Oh, just get away in time.
Yeah, he took a little bit of hit points on those forges, and that's going to be it.
Here we go, and
running in
Colossi.
to the 3 Colossi versus SCD's GG.
Wow, so, all right. Well, this is an interesting series. TricKsteR takes game 2, and both of these guys making some errors, giving each other some games, and Stark-tailed TricKsteR has got a chance to stay in the GSL. I said it last game about TricKsteR, but this time MVP Dream has got to be kind of kicking himself a little bit about that engagement.
Yeah, well, how often does a 4-gate happen, get committed to, makes a super late Nexus, and then your opponent has stim, combat shields, concussive shells, ghosts.
Well, you know what? When I saw Dream move out across the map, though, and he had like a little group of units here and a little group here, and he was just like moving. He was just like moving while he macroed. I'm like, oh, that looks
you and I
a little
saw
bit
it the
risky.
same way, and we were like,
yeah,
if there are good force fields,
and it's TricKsteR, so you know there's probably going to be good force fields. He's pretty good, so.
Well, it didn't work out for Dream.
Yeah.
And I'm dreaming of a day that we can watch these 2 guys fight without one critical misengagement.
Well, the third map is Belshire Beach, and this is also a map that's had some changes. We'll show you that when we get into the game. But I don't know. How do you think? Well, let's just talk about those changes, actually, and how they might affect the matchup. The high ground between the main and natural are gone.
Yeah,
they're
gone completely.
The second is cut off from the third now, too.
Yeah, so there's no longer 2 entrances to the natural.
Yep.
I want to go back to that last game a little bit.
Okay.
I have to give TricKsteR some credit. His 4-gate was actually well executed. He made mostly stalkers. And, you want to make a few sentries if you're going to really commit, but he knew he wasn't going to. That was his plan from the beginning, was just poke at the bunkers. Of course, just win if you win. But he wanted to poke at some of the bunkers. And he kept picking off units. So he traded okay. And then later, after he crushed the army in the middle of the map, he knew. I was like, is he going to go? And TricKsteR was like, yes, I'm going to go. This is my chance. And he actually just went through and made all the right choices.
Did he keep making probes throughout all that? That's the one thing I didn't check during the game.
He didn't at first, but once he realized that he just wasn't committing the right way, he was like, I'm going to start making more probes.
All right.
I think he saw, when I say he stopped committing and that was a mistake, it was because Dream's attack should have killed him, but he was like, I'm in a weird position now. I don't know if I should commit. Then he started making probes, and he was like, well, I guess I can't commit now.
Well, Game 3 getting started here. Who's going to get to go to the round of 16, and who is going to be out of the GSL? TricKsteR, Dream. Let's find out. This is the GSL.